Undergrounds get inspected 4 times a year. Open pit that operate full-time get inspected twice a year. And then we have what we call the intermittents, like the sand and gravel operations that only run 6-7 months out of the year. They only require one inspection. Everything. The number one would be ground support.
Okay.
Make sure the ground is supported properly, and nothing's going to fall on anybody. And we're looking at the equipment, the safety features of the equipment, the brakes, the lights, the backup alarms, like electrical. There's a lot of electrical underground. Make sure that the substations are installed properly. All the distribution boxes are marked. There's no bare copper laying around that could hurt somebody. And it depends what type of underground mining tool you have. We do have ground control in the open pits too to keep the walls from coming in on the miners. And the equipment is basically the same thing, safe equipment, electrical. A lot of it is with their proper personal protective equipment.
Okay.
Wearing the right clothing, face shields, goggles, rubber gloves, rubber boots, that kind of stuff. So if it does splash on you, it's not going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Then the operators are required to have showers and eye wash stations in areas where the chemicals are, so in case somebody gets it on them or gets it in their eyes, they can flush themselves with water immediately. Well, it's evolved through the years. There's been mining disasters ever since there's been mining. Progressively, the laws kept getting better. In the early 1900s, they established, I believe, what they call the Bureau of Mines, and they were supposed to take safety and get the companies to adhere to it. And it did some good, but it doesn't hit the companies until they can be ticketed and fined.
Mm-hmm.
So when MSHA first started, that was in 1977, it was just go in and inspect and tell them what they had to fix. Well, nothing ever got fixed. So then they enacted the fine system, then they started listening a little bit. Then I think in 2006, I think they really put a hefty amount on the fines, so now they're trying to be proactive, trying to avoid the tickets instead of just getting them, fixing and paying them. Larger companies are good for that, they'll supply it. And some of the small companies, they may give it to them and have to take it out of their check. We don't require them to pay for it, we just require that they wear it.
Okay.
That's based on the company.
Okay.
Well, the U.S. has the 40-hour week, and after that it's time and a half. But a lot of people work 60, 70, 80 hours a week.
Wow.
That's their choice. Quite a bit has to do with machinery. They get entangled in conveyor belts or things that we mandate that everything has to be guarded. All moving parts have to be guarded so nobody can come in contact with it. And lots of times a mechanic will be working on something and take a guard off and stick his hand in the wrong place. Those are a lot of falls. A lot of people fall. We require fall protection. That'd be a harness and a lanyard to tie off.
Okay.
So if you are in an area where you could fall 10 feet, 20 feet, you'll get caught before you hit the surface. Yeah, there's a lot of different things you have to look at out there. A lot of it what we call housekeeping.
Okay.
It's just keeping the place straightened out. You wouldn't believe how they hoses all over the place, dirt piles are trying to climb over them. Mud is very slippery to walk through on concrete floors, and you find that in a lot of places. And slip, trips, and falls are a big one for hurting people. Not necessarily fatalities, but they do get injured and they lose time from work. I just started the conversation. How's it going? What's going on? If it's deer season, we talk about deer hunting, and then we just go on from that. Ask them anything going on around here I should know about. Sometimes they'll say no, sometimes, yeah, maybe you should take a look over there, see what they're doing.
Okay.
It's probably about 50-50.
Okay.
Some are very happy that we're around, and others just don't like us.
Okay.
Why, I don't know, but that's, I guess they figure we're trying to shut them down,
Mhm.
which we're not.